and welcome back to my channel. My name is Anya and this is my February project pan update. I didn't finish as many products as I wanted. February has been hard. I have had quite a big chunk of health meetings. I call them meetings. Doctor's appointments, appointment with NAV, which I think is like the social security welfare thing in Norway, and I am starting work on the Monday after this video goes up, because this is supposed to go up on Friday. If everything goes right, it's going to go up tomorrow. If not, I would have started work when you're seeing this. And the reason I want it up by tomorrow is because I don't think my body's going to react well to work. I'm just going to add in this little thing here. If you don't want to listen to me talk about health stuff for just a few minutes, skip ahead to the time on screen and linked below. I've been out of school since I was 13. I have tried several times and I've had to drop out every single year. It's very frustrating because my body can't handle it. I can't apply for disability benefits unless I've tried work for some weird reason. My doctor's notes weren't enough apparently, so they're gonna have to try me and work. And I'm doing 30% of a normal work week in Norway, so I am doing 3 half days from 8 to 11 AM. And that probably doesn't sound like a lot. And to people who do work, it isn't. It really isn't a lot. But my health has been horrific for years. I've been pretty much bedbound for years. And recently my health has also deteriorated a bit, which isn't fun. So I'm just hoping that they're gonna understand how bad this is gonna be on my body before I end up in hospital, because that's the direction I fear I might be going in. Because the first thing is, I'm not used to being up that early, and you would think, oh, but it's an easy thing, changing, you know, your sleeping schedule. And it would be if my insomnia wasn't horrible and have been a problem for years. I sleep also for about 12 hours every single night, somewhere between 10 and 14 hours. Recently it's been closer to 10, but I average about 12. And I have to then go to bed by 6 because I have to be up at 6 to get ready. And I'm not looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be absolute hell. And there might be just a rant vlog thing coming with me talking about it. The work I'm doing is sewing, so it's not the most strenuous work. I'm also taking my wheelchair into a place that isn't fully wheelchair accessible. It's a shit show, pretty much. But I am hoping that I'm going to try and be as direct and as honest with everyone about how it's going, because I want to try my best, because I would love to work, I would love to go to school. It may sound luxurious to stay at home every single day, but it gets boring really fast. So I would love to work and I would love to go to school. Right now, at current date, my health isn't good enough. I've deteriorated over the last year and it hasn't been fun. I've become a lot more dependent on others for super basic stuff like cooking. I can barely eat and it isn't fun. So I'm not sure how that's gonna help now that I will be working and coming home a time where people are at work. Mum is at work, sister is in school, and I'm gonna come home completely exhausted and not in a state to cook for myself. And worst case scenario, I'm gonna be without food for 10 hours unless I can pre-cook anything. And as it currently stands, I can't pre-cook anything because I can't cook to start. So I'm hoping, we're planning on asking for home health care for me so that I don't die in the process of trying to get disability benefits, because it would suck. But that's my little rant. I have a lot of thoughts in my head about the whole process. I'm not happy about any of it. They don't know all of this because I try to play innocent, happy and wanting to work, even though I know it's not going to work. But I also kind of have in the back of my head that the fastest way they're going to know is by watching it happen, and for that to happen I just have to do it. Show them that it isn't going to work and hopefully they will get the note. But let's get into the project pan stuff. My goal with the project pan was always to finish at least 4 products every single month. This month I finished 3 and I am really upset about that because I have one that is like this close. I'm not kidding, it's 1 application left and it's really frustrating. But I'm going to talk about the 3 things that I finished. I finished my Pixie Glow Tonic. I had barely anything left from last month. I love this product, my skin loves this product. It was easy. It's a great exfoliating toner. I finished my Korres Rose Oil. This is a product that I wasn't actually planning on finishing. I had the ability to because I didn't have that much left. I had only about that much left in here, but I love this, my skin loves it, and I kind of wanted to stretch it out for a bit. But when I realised a few days ago that I was only going to have 1, maybe 2 products to show, this had to go. And I also have other products that can currently take its place that I'm going to finish before I will most likely repurchase this. My 3rd product is a lipstick, and this I actually finished this morning. I say this morning. I've been using this kind of as a lip balm. This is a MAC Luster lipstick in Capricious. It's a pretty nice colour. You can get a little swatch out there, and I like it, and I've been using it kind of as a tinted lip balm all the time to use it up because I don't really like lipsticks, and this is a little bit too sheer for the colour. I think if this would have been in a matte formula I would have loved it even more, but I did like it, so I'm kind of happy to finish it. And those were those. I do have quite a lot of products with progress on though, so let's just get into those. One with the least progress, and that I'm actually kind of angry about, is this Jan Thomas makeup fixing spray. I started at the white dot. Last month I was where my finger is, which isn't that much progress. The dot I have painted on for this time is probably one you can't see is red, so it might be a bit visible. It's essentially painted right underneath the other one with no space. I feel like I use a lot of this when I use it, but there's barely any product lost in this. And I haven't worn makeup a ton in February because I've been sick again, and I'm getting sick now again, which is not fun because I'm like sick every single day of the year. It's rubbish. But I feel like this is going to take me longer than the year because so little goes every single time. And it's really frustrating because I do like this. This is a more dewy finish setting spray, but I don't like this. I don't like it when it just keeps doing that. Another spray product here is from Smashbox. This is the Photo Finish Primer Water. I have made a lot of progress on this year. I started it up here with a near full bottle, used that much last time, and I've used about the same this month. And I think this is going to be gone in about a month and a half. I like this a lot. I still don't fully trust this on its own. As a primer, I just find that my skin needs a little bit of something smoothing because I do have texture from acne and stuff. I like this for locking in the moisture of my skincare and sort of keeping my skin hydrated for longer. But as I said, my skin does need a little bit of something smoothing, otherwise it doesn't look that good. But I like it, and I'm pretty pleased with progress. Another product I'm pleased with the progress of is my Urban Decay Naked Skin Colour Correcting Fluid. I have 3 dots here. I have the white one on top there. Then I made a little bit of progress down to the blue. And the red one just beneath it is where I'm currently at. I can see that there is most likely product even lower down than what I marked, and I think I said that last time as well, but I'm marking it there sort of as a precaution just to be safe. But I think I might have less than this, and I've been liking this, but it feels like an extra step, an extra unnecessary step most of the time, so I'm just going to be glad to see it gone, but I'm going to enjoy using it in the process. A skincare product that I made a lot of progress on, this is my Body Shop Tea Tree Oil, and I started it up there, where there is a white line, made it down there to essentially the edge of this labelling, and I'm now down here. Don't know if you can see the little bit of red that is on the label there. I actually made a lot more progress on this than I expected to this month, and I've been loving using it. I essentially pour something into the palm of my hand, and using my other fingers I just put it all over my face. I've just found that's the way my skin likes it. This isn't going to take the place of my Sunday Riley UFO oil, but I'm going to enjoy using it up whilst I have it. I am so happy about this. This is the Wet n Wild Walking on Eggshells Trio, and I had 2 pans on this and now I have 3. I have expanded the pan on the two shades top and bottom, the lightest ones, and I hit pan on the middle one after a few days of use, and the pan is actually larger than I expected. I still have quite a lot of that brown shade left to use. I've been loving just putting this all over the lid into the crease like a one shadow look. I really like how it looks. And then using one of the two lighter ones as my inner corner and brow bone highlighter. I think it's going to take me a while to finish the middle shade, but I'm making progress on the other two as well. And that makes me happy. Another one I've made progress on, I made progress on all of this. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, and I have pretty much completely taken product away from this side of the middle pan. So I only have that little bit up here left. This I've found a way to use that I really like, and it's on top of the Milani blush that I have in my project. I don't have it here because there is no visible progress on it. I've been using it a decent amount though, because this is a little bit too dark on its own. You can't actually see it on my hand, but with a light layer of the Milani blush and then blending this, which is Radiant Light, all over where I put the blush, it turns it a little bit more peachy and gives it such a beautiful glow. So I think that's going to be how I finish this palette, but I'm pleased with the progress I've made so far. I think, I haven't actually checked, but I'm 100% sure that I've made the pan in this bigger. This is actually getting quite large. This is my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Transparent. I like this powder a lot and I have been using it a lot. And I've hit pan and I've made the pan kind of large. I am getting a little bit worried because my cap is broken. So I sometimes accidentally dig a corner into it. And I'm going to be a little bit scared as to how it's going to be when I hit pan further around the edges, because I don't have the full cap as protection. I don't think I'm going to be travelling with this though, because the cap is broken, but I'm going to use it whilst I'm home and I've been really enjoying it. And I just like the powder a lot. This is a product. The pan is a little dirty. This is the Bobbi Brown Corrector in Extra Light Bisque. But there you can probably see just how big the pan has gotten. I've actually made this pan a lot bigger and I'm really happy about it. I love this product. It is brilliant for an under eye corrector. The colour Extra Light Bisque is pretty much perfect for my skin tone, which is very pale. And it has a pinky peachy tone, so it's not super dark and orange that I feel like a lot of under eye correctors are on my skin. And I like the consistency. It's very creamy and a little bit of sort of emollient. Easy to blend, looks great, and I've been using a lot of this and I like it. It hasn't gone off yet. It is quite old, but I'm going to keep using it until I can't anymore. But that is because it goes old or I've used it up. This is my Maybelline Master Strobing Stick in 100 Light Iridescent. This is a pink, beautiful glowy highlighter that actually has a deeper base than I expected. I noticed this when I put it on. You can kind of see the reflection there, but then I turn it away, you can see that there is a patch of something on my hand there. I wasn't expecting that base colour for this, but I like it because I think that it makes it a little bit more interesting on the skin, a little bit more wearable. Although the colour, like the base colour, is darker than my skin tone, I find that it is surprisingly wearable when I blend it out. I have had some issues with this over powders because I tend to apply a bit too much and it tends to just take away any product underneath. But this also isn't the greatest if you have larger pores, and I don't like this layered with anything else. So I've been using it sort of where I can and I've made a little bit of progress. It's not a lot, but this is sort of what's combined from January and February's use because it hasn't been used all that much. But I'm pleased that I have made at least a little bit of progress and I don't mind it. I have some progress on my cream shadows. I have the Rimmel Scandal Eyes Waterproof eyeshadow stick in Bluffing, which is a taupey colour. This is a beautiful colour. I've been using it a lot, but it's drying out because it doesn't want to do it now. Of course not. This pencil part is loose. And sometimes it's falling out, which isn't that fun. And now I have eyeshadow all over my hands. But I like the colour, and this is a colour that I've been using underneath my Wet n Wild palette, the middle shade. as well as the L'Oreal ones that I showed and talked about last time, I think. So I don't think this is going to be difficult to use up. I think the problem is going to be that this might dry out before I get to use it up completely, but I'm going to do my best and try anyway. This is Milani Shadow Eyes in Almond Cream. This is a pinky peachy beige, pretty much. It is there, not very visible. I currently am using this mainly on my waterline to sort of open and brighten up my eyes. It's what is on my waterline today. But today I made a very simple and light eye look, putting this all over the lid and setting it with this shade from the Wet n Wild palette, and then blending a cool tone brown into the crease and putting a little bit on the lash line and lower lash line. And that just is really nice. It's light, it brightens and opens the eyes a little bit. I haven't made the most progress of this just using it on my waterline, but I think if I start bringing it up onto the lid, if I want to brighten something, this could work because this is very close to my skin tone. It's a little bit more yellow than my skin tone, but it's close enough to where it will work. And it is actually a very good primer as well. I'm also trying to finish the Urban Decay one, which I have made progress on. This is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion Original, and maybe you can see there I started up here with the white line and I made a teeny bit of progress. I've been able to flatten out this edge a little bit, which is exciting. I really like this. This is my favourite eyeshadow primer. I think it comes in at number 4, and I really do love it, but I love the 3 above it more. It's the Fenty eye primer, a Makeup Mecca one, and a Rimmel one. Sadly, Rimmel isn't cruelty free, so I'm not repurchasing it, but I still have it and I'm gonna use it up hopefully soon. But I like this. This is a bit of a drier texture than the other 3 that I just mentioned, but this is great. I use it on my eyelid, I use it underneath my eyes, and it just works wonders for making eyeshadow stay on my eyes, not making my eyelids oily, but it is also great under the eyes underneath concealer or colour corrector, so that it doesn't sink into, because I have fine lines and wrinkles. I'm only 20, but I have visible lines underneath the inner parts of my eyes. Genetics is fun, and this is great for making sure that concealer doesn't stay too far into those lines. It kind of just fills the lines, which is great. So I like this. I don't think it's going to be a problem continuing to use this for the year. I don't think I'll be able to finish it though, but I'm going to try. This is a product I almost forgot about. This is the Tanya Burr lip gloss in Ice Queen. I started up here and I've used that much, about half, and I have about a little bit left. This is okay. I don't love lip gloss. I actually kind of hate it sometimes because I don't like the feeling of having anything on my lips. I'm fine with lip liner and liquid lipsticks that dry matte because I can't feel them on my lips, but if it's something like the matte lipstick or this, I have a tendency to rub my lips together subconsciously and sometimes knowing I'm doing it, and it just moves product around and it's frustrating because I have to keep reapplying and reapplying because it keeps just disappearing. But I'm gonna finish it and I'm gonna be glad when I'm done with it, and I don't think it's gonna take me that long, but it's a okay lip gloss. This is the culprit of my current frustration. This is the Makeup Mecca, the Brow Wow pencil. It's a bit dirty. I'm gonna try this. The problem I have with this is the end there. That is how much I have left, but this bit is loose. So I could have been kind of cheeky and just said, oh, the tip broke off and fell off and it's done. But it actually did that before the project started. So it's just been falling out and I've just been tucking it back in. And I have about 1, maybe 1.5, which isn't going to work, eyebrows left of this. So it's going to be done soon and I'm going to be happy when it's done, because although I like the formula, it's in my eyebrows right now and it doesn't look half bad when my hair is pulled back, but the eyebrows don't match the hair and sometimes it's a bit frustrating with that. But I'm going to be just using it because there's not that much left and I do like it, and I think had my hair not been this kind of colour, if I'd kept it my natural ashy blonde greyish brown, this could have worked quite well. I'm not sure if, I don't know how to put this. I've used this a lot. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Clear Brow and Lash Mascara. It isn't clear anymore, it's dirty, but you can see into the packaging, so I do think I've used up a decent chunk of this. It's just a clear mascara, but you can see up there, up here, there is essentially a window straight through nearly. So I feel like I've made a lot of progress on this. I hate this on my eyebrows because it has zero hold. So I kind of just use it before I put any colour in as like a primer for my eyebrows. Sometimes I actually sneak this into my skincare routine as the final step just to use it because it has no other use. And I don't mind using it that way. So I'm just going to work my way through this. I have two lip liners with Progress. These are both from Kat Von D. They are the Everlasting lip liners in D minor and heavy, and I have a mix of these on my lips right now, and I've made a lot of progress on D minor. I don't have that much left. I only have a few uses left. I think this is maybe twice of filling in my lips completely. I have a little bit more of Kerry left, and I don't like this colour because it's just too peachy. And I have the same problem with this as I do with the brow pencil. This is cracked, so it keeps falling out. But this is just too peachy to the point, and I just broke the tip off. Screw that back down. It almost looks neon. It's just too peachy. So I'm going to keep mixing these until D minor runs out, and then I'm going to start mixing this with something else. I like the formula of these. I don't like the brand. Would not repurchase, but I'm going to use them up. I have a lipstick here. This is the L'Oreal lipstick in Blake's Pure Red, which is a beautiful blue toned red, and I wore this I think twice. It's that colour there. Beautiful colour. I absolutely adore the colour of this. Hate the smell of the lipstick, and I think a lot of people have that issue with L'Oreal lipsticks, at least from what I've heard on YouTube. The smell is not great. The colour is gorgeous. It has a matte formula, so it does actually last a decent time on the lips, and I think I only wore this like once or twice, and I made the tiniest of progress. So I'm gonna have to start wearing this more if I want to finish it this year, but I like the colour. I've just not worn a lot of red lipstick. The last two I'm going to talk about progress wise are my mascaras. I can't show progress on these, but they are both starting to dry out, and I've noticed that a lot over this month, where I find that the brush comes out with not a lot of product at all. This one I think I'm going to retire after March, the Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes, mainly just because I can only use this on my lower lash line, and because it's not great on my top lashes. This is one of three actually mascaras that work on my top lashes. This doesn't hold a curl, sadly, but I'm gonna keep using as much of it as I can, and the brush is a bit too big for my eyes, but I don't think this is gonna have that much juice left in it after March. It's March, right? Yeah, it's March. I have a bit of brain fog today, but I'm gonna try my hardest to use as much of it as I can, but I'm not gonna keep this past April because it will be old and it needs to go soon. And this, I think I am actually coming to the end of. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to keep this until May maybe, or possibly June. I'm not going to keep it past June because it's going to have been open for about a year. I've noticed that the brush comes out with a lot less product than it did when it was new. I'm kind of excited to almost have used up a whole mascara, but I'm also sad because I'm only now left with one cruelty-free option that works for my lashes that I can get a hold of, and that's the Tarte Lights Camera Splashes. I have one that is possibly okay for layering from Isadora, but it's not good on its own, but it keeps the curl. It's just nothing in the volume or length department. You're gonna see some more mascaras soon because these are gonna be gone, but I'm excited to notice some progress. So I actually had one more product update. I thought it was more. This is the NYX Angel Veil Primer, and I have got barely anything left in this, and I'm so excited. I started up here, then went down to the blue mark, and I'm now down to the red mark there, and it's just a little bit left in here, and that makes me so excited. I do squeeze out more of this when I use it than I probably definitely need, because I have to mix this on my hand and let it sit for a bit because it is just too dry. I think it's drying out, but I would estimate maybe tops 5 uses left, so I'm excited to see this go. I don't actually like it. I then have a few products I want to add in. This is a rolling project pan, so I can add products in when I like, pretty much. And I haven't felt the need to add anything in yet, but I have a few that I want to add in now. I'm going to introduce a hair care product. This is the OGX Weightless Hydration Plus Coconut Water, and I have that much left. Not a whole lot, but I don't use a lot of this when I use it, and I kind of forget I have this, so I'm just going to introduce it and hopefully use it up faster. I'm going to introduce two new primers. This is a mini. This is the Clarins Beauty Flash Balm. I haven't actually used this. It's new still, and it's just the mini, so I don't think there's going to be too much uses left. And because of that, I'm going to introduce this Revlon Photo Ready Perfecting Primer as well. And I don't have that much left of this either, which is a bit, but I wanted to use this up because this has kind of been put back in the drawers and forgotten a bit. But I want to try and use both of these up, and I definitely think I can. And I wanted to add in a new primer, or two in this case, because I'm almost about to be out of the one I'm currently using. I'm also going to challenge myself with a nail polish. This is Essie Fiji, which is just light pink, and I have nearly the entire bottle left. I haven't actually used this a lot, and I don't wear a lot of nail polish, but it's something that I want to start doing because I have a lot of it. So I'm going to challenge myself and try and use as much of this as possible this year. I don't think I'll be able to finish it, but my goal is going to be to use it at least once a month, and hopefully more. So we'll see. I am going to add in a perfume. This is the Moods of Norway Eau de Cocktail Pour Femme, and I have almost the entire bottle. You can see the little red mark there left of this as well. This is one of my favourite perfumes, and I have got 3 backups. 3. This is more of what I think a lot of people would call more summery scent, because it's very light, a bit sweet and a little bit floral, I think. I can't describe scents. I just really like it. So this is one that I can work on and use up. I have 2 more brow products to add in since I'm almost out of the ones I'm currently using. Both are from Makeup Mecca. This is the Brows on Fleek pencil in light. This colour suits me better than the one I've used up, which was in Ash, which is more cool toned brown like the one in my brows. This is more warmer, it's more yellow toned. It fits if your hair is blonde but not necessarily ashy. And then I have the Brow Wow pencil in blonde as well. This is actually new. I thought I had 2 of these, and I was planning on using the one that looked like it had been used. It was apparently empty, so I'm going to introduce this because these are the only pencil products that aren't in the right shade for me. I don't mind either of these formulas. I've used one of each up so far this year, almost, and I like the formula. It's just the colour. I swatched this on the worst place. The colours aren't warm enough for me, and they tend to look a little bit greenish, but they're decent products, so I'm going to be able to use them up. And I have 2 lip products to add in. I want to add in something moisturising for my lips, and this is 2 Christmases ago from the No. 7 Advent Calendar. This is the No. 7 Lovely Lips Lip Balm in Parisian Pink. And it's just a lovely lip balm. It has a slight tint to it, but it's really hydrating, it's really comfortable to wear, and I kind of need to use this up as soon as possible. So I'm just going to chuck it in here, and it's probably going to be gone by next month, but at least I will have used it because I've kind of forgotten I've had it. I'm also going to add in another lip liner from Kat Von D, and 4 might be a little bit much, but I am expecting the D- shade to be gone this month in March. This is in the shade Saint, which is what I would call kind of like a mid-tone pink. I don't wear these types of lip colours, but I want to use as many of the ones I have from this range up, and I think I have 10 or 12. I want to try and use all of them. And this is a more springish colour, and it seems to be decently close to my natural lip colour, to where I could just put it on and just leave it. And that's kind of what I'm hoping with work starting too soon. I need a super quick makeup routine because I do want to wear a little bit of makeup, and this, if the colour is close enough, would be a product that I would just draw on and it'd be it, and it would just top up with lip balm. So I'm going to add it in because I think one of mine are going to be gone soon. If I've counted correctly, that is 9 products going in, which is kind of fitting because I think I have used up 9 products so far. And the goal is to use up more than 50, but project £50 sounds nicer than project however many I can. So the minimum goal is 50, but I'm going to keep adding in when I see fit and try and sort of keep everything in at least one category. I think if I'm able to use up the products that I want to next month, I will be able to add in some different categories, and that excites me because those categories need some work. So I'm excited that there is some progress, even though it is less than I wanted to. But I only have my health to work with, and I have to take into account that it's rubbish. So I'm going to have to work with it and with my body as best as I can, and that means not a lot of makeup as often. But thank you so much for watching. Did that even make sense? The point I was trying to make, I don't wear makeup as often as I want to, and I want to try and make makeup more accessible to myself. I think I said that in the first video, by making it easier and as few steps as possible so that I can do it more often. I'm making progress, that makes me happy. Thank you so much for watching, and I will hopefully see you again in my next video. I'm trying to upload every single Friday, and I've done this I think 4 weeks in a row now. Next week is questionable because it depends on how I feel after work with filming and everything. So it might not be next week. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to put one up still, but we will see. So thank you for watching, and I will hopefully see you again in another video. Bye!